Sunny, what's your favorite sound that isn't a word?
Ooh, I like whooshing. Whooshing, like whoosh, whoosh. It's very onomatopoeic, whoosh. And I also like, it's not really a word, but I really love when, people do the wh instead of a wha, from whence he came, or cool whip,
Very
cool
nice.
whip.
Very nice. Mine,
Ooh,
it's like, yeah, in Arabic.
oh, nice.
Welcome to episode 5 of All My Friends Are Jealous. I'm Sahar Ali.
And I'm Sunil Mishari. We made it for another episode, and today's episode is all about,
Sloth.
my gosh, sloth. What is sloth, Sahar Ali?
Sloth.
Is it a sin? Is it even a sin? I'm going to question it because I always question whether it's a sin or not.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, listen, when we think sloth in this day and in this day and age,
Yeah.
we think laziness, right? Is that accurate?
No, I think of the cutest thing I've ever seen in the world in Dubai Garden Glow. What's it called? No, Dubai.
Miracle Garden?
No, it's in City Walk. They've got the cutest little
The
sloth.
safari?
And he's just, that's it. Green Planet. Green Planet.
Okay.
Other planets are available. Green Planet. And he's so cute. And he's a little 3-toed sloth.
Did you know that sometimes a sloth will mistake its arm for a branch and then it will
just grab onto
swing
it.
and fall and sometimes they die?
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No, that got dark real quick.
It's true. It started
Because
off
they're
with
so
a cute-
they're so lazy that they're like, oh no.
The worst part of that story is like I was really excited to tell it because it was cute, and then I remembered the dark part as I was telling it.
Oh, sloths. Be careful, sloths. There's the sloth in that movie as well. Is it Zootopia? Where he works at the DVLA and they're like, quick, we need to get something. And he's like,
Oh yeah.
He's a cute sloth as well. It was only a matter of time until we started deviating from the sin sloth and talking about the animals.
Took not
It took
0.5 seconds.
less than 5 seconds. Speed being the key, or the opposite of sloth, right?
Really?
The quickness, or quickly, doing things quickly as opposed to sloth. We
Okay.
haven't even said what sloth is. Let's go back
please
to the
do,
start.
Yes, give me
What
a
is
definition
sloth?
of sloth.
I'll hit you up, okay? So, sloth is the sluggishness of the mind which neglects to begin good. So it's evil in its effect, right? It so oppresses man as to draw him entirely away from good deeds. So essentially, a slothful person is unwilling to do what a higher power wants because of the effort it takes to do it. So sloth becomes a sin when it slows us down and brings a halt to the energy that we must expend in using it as a means to salvation. That's deep, isn't it?
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's just being lazy, isn't it?
It is. And you know what I like there? I think what you said, there was the word effect, right?
Yes.
And it was like the effect of it is bad, it's negative, but it hurts. The definition hurts so much, and the fact that it's a sin hurts so much because it's so easy to fall into sloth.
Oh my God.
Especially if you're having a bad day, like in a bad spout of, mental health, etc.
Bad day, bad mental
Yeah.
health. Like, it's just innate. We live in the Middle East. None of us are on time ever. I'm Indian. Like, you've got Arab origins. We're never on time for anything. And that's honestly, I will look at the clock and go, if I need to be somewhere at like 1 o'clock, like I needed to be here today, I will leave my house at 5 to 1, knowing that it's going to take me half an hour to get somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's awful, isn't it? And that has a negative effect on everyone. Although you were also late, so
I'm always
whatever.
late.
You're always late.
But
yeah.
African oranges.
Oh yeah.
Or I
Sahar
just
time.
said African oranges.
Sahar time.
African origins. It feels like because it's a sin, it's something that is punishable, or one should be, punished for it. But sometimes, are we saying that it's always your fault?
No. So this is. But if you look at the definition, it's the use of one's own energy. So you're the captain of your future and your destiny. So if you need to go out and do something, it's only up to you.
Yeah.
But there are times where like I'll be like, come on, Sahar, we need to go save the world or whatever it is we're going to do. And we'll have to go and do it. So I feel as though sloth is the easiest sin to negate, perhaps. Is it? I'm trying to think of the other one. It probably is the easiest one to negate because it takes the split second to get up and go. I feel like if you want to get over envy, like that's going to take you a while. So I've got to get over my jealousy for Sahara's incredible coat. If you are listening to the podcast on whatever platform you're listening to, take a second out of the day in the evening to go onto YouTube and have a look at how incredible Sahara's jacket is. But anyway, we deviate yet again. So envy, like gluttony, you can be like, I'm not going to be gluttonous. Greed, like it's going to take time to negate your greed. But like, I feel as though sloth, like, let's just go and do it.
Yeah.
You know?
See, I'm a big believer that nobody's going to come and save me. Nobody's going to hand me anything. I have to do the work myself.
Right.
And I think you are too. That's
Yes.
probably a big part of why this podcast has started. Because we were
and
like,
that we've turned it around in no time, right?
Absolutely. But I also have, like, I'm definitely guilty of sloth probably on a daily basis, you know? And I was actually talking to a friend about this yesterday. Like, the gym is such a good example.
Yes.
Because nobody wants, actually, I was gonna say nobody wants, there's people who want to go to the gym.
Yeah.
But it's, a lot of the time, people don't want to go to the gym, but then they do, and then you think, oh, that was amazing, I'm so glad I went.
I'm so glad I did
so
that.
much better.
Yeah.
But it's just that action of actually getting up and going to the gym in the first place.
You mentioned guilt there. Do you feel guilty as someone who's got a lot of get up and go? I'm the same, right? We operate at like 1,000 miles an hour. Do you ever feel guilty if you don't do something? Do you feel guilty for like not resting, like you're guilty for going to bed, but do you ever feel guilty that, God, I didn't do that and I feel awful because of it?
Absolutely, all the time,
Yeah.
all the time. But it depends on the things that I
Right.
don't feel.
I'm like that with anything. Like if I'm like, I don't want to go to Sahara's birthday party and I don't go, I feel awful.
You should.
For it. Like, and that's, but yes, true that. But I feel awful. And like, people are like, it's not that deep. It's
Yeah.
fine. Like you're tired.
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
work incredibly hard. You do lots of stuff on the side. You're trying to do a million things at once. If you don't come to my birthday party, it's not that.
Yeah, no, I would always feel guilty about a birthday party. 'Cause for me, it's like it's
Yeah,
a
true.
big-
If you don't
it's
come
a
to my
big
birthday
thing.
party, I will literally cry my eyes out.
If you're invited.
Oh, you're definitely coming to my birthday. When's my birthday?
Your birthday is in. It's actually so funny that you said that because I was
You don't
thinking
know.
about it
It's funny because you
today.
don't know.
Your birthday is in
September.
September.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a 12 to 1 shot and nowhere near.
Oh, why did you say?
Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host Sahar.
When's my birthday?
It's March.
Wrong.
Oh, is it a J month?
Mm-hmm.
January. Yeah, see? I knew that.
Well done.
I hadn't
well
met you in
done.
January
Yeah,
this
yeah.
year.
That's
so
true. That's true.
That's
Yeah.
very true. Okay, I have a question for you.
Yes.
So if on the topic of sloth, right? I always think to myself, if I had a superpower, it would be one of two things. And these are diametrically opposed when we talk about the concept of sloth. Would you rather slow down time or have super speed?
Oh, I'd rather have super speed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm incredibly impatient.
Okay.
So if I was,
Oh, that sorry, you just straight away that answer. I thought you were going to be like,
so when you say slow down time, do you mean like in Bernard's watch where I can freeze time?
yes.
like, do
Okay. I
things?
feel as though you have to explain what Bernard's watch is.
Okay, it's a show back in like the 90s
Yes.
in BBC about a kid named Bernard
Correct.
who had found a watch.
Correct.
And whenever he clicks it, he would
Stop time entirely, right?
completely
Yeah.
everywhere around him, and then he would continue.
I think it was only for a set amount of time, for like
Oh,
a
it was
minute.
like, yeah.
Perhaps it was only for a minute. So like he'd stop time, save the cat from the fire.
I remember one time he used it, and as a child, I thought this was like the coolest way of using it.
Go on.
His teacher asked him a question, about geography.
Oh, yeah,
And he
happens.
paused the watch, ran up to the map, looked at the countries, got the answer, sat down, and then
Bernard.
continued. And I was like, that's exactly what I would do. Like, that's what I would do with a watch
Okay. So
as a child.
I interrupted you. Shock.
Anyway.
Shock. But you were saying super speed.
Yeah, absolutely. Because traveling.
Just zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, imagine if I could get to Phuket. Vroom.
Also,
But nobody would be with you.
What can't you do with super speed that you can do with slowing down time? Like, okay, I can pause time, slap you in the face, sit back, unpause time.
And I'll be like,
or
yeah. You could just,
do you want to see how fast I can hit you?
yeah, go on.
You want to see it again?
Oh. Ooh. Or Sahar Bruce Lee over here.
It's a Muhammad Ali quote. No.
It's a Sahar Ali
But it's
quote.
like, it's the same thing really.
Okay. Okay.
I think, but yeah, I would definitely use travel just so that I can, the super speed, so I can just bypass flight prices. Yeah.
But you'd be on your own.
No, I wouldn't.
If me and you were going to Florida,
yeah.
right, I'd be like, right, you'd be like, phew. I'd like, see you in 15 hours then.
But I wouldn't need you because I wouldn't need you.
You wouldn't need me in Florida?
Yeah, because I'd be going to Florida so often. I'd have so many friends over there that I could spend my
What about the first time you go?
15 hours.
When you're friendless in Florida?
Oh, yeah, and I can make friends really quickly.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Would you?
You know, actually, could you like go up to somebody and then like tell them your whole life story in their ear, and then go back to your seat, and then they'll just be like, "Wow, I
know
feel like I've
everything
known
about
you
you."
for years."
You could use.
Would that work?
You could. So here's a question. So your super speed, would you use it for good or evil? Would you use that for nefarious means?
You know, old Sahar on episode 1 would have said I'd use it for good, but I think after 4 episodes, this being the 5th, I'm realizing that I'm not as good as a person that I am.
You're an all right person. You're like a C plus B minus. Like you came into this going like I'm a AAA student. You're like a C plus B minus at best, bruv.
Do you know, I think what I'm actually learning is that I don't have to pretend anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let me admit, right here, not live, but live on All My Friends Are Jealous. Yes, I would rob a bank.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But at some point that you would realize that after all of your ill-gotten gains, robbing the bank, going to Florida and making loads of friends, you would start using it for good. I have no doubt about that.
I definitely use it for good.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But just not all the time.
Most of the time. Isn't it better?
75-25?
Yeah, probably more. I don't think I need to rob a bank that often.
True that. But what if you got discovered?
Can't catch me.
It's super speed. It's super speed Sahar. Super speed Sahar. We should make a game called Super Speed Sahar where you use your speed to rob banks.
Yeah, it's like 5 seconds long.
Yeah. Like download it on the App Store now. That'd be brilliant. Okay. I fundamentally, unsurprisingly, disagree with you. I think slowing down time is better. Father, time stops for no man. There are 4 fundamental things in this world. Even though we live in the Middle East, taxes, death, the sun will rise and the sun will set, and time stops for no man or woman.
3 of them are like very serious, and then you're just like, taxes.
Yeah, oh yeah, taxes. No, but death and tax, it's the saying, isn't it? It's like, there's only 2 things certain in life, Sunil, death and taxes. Said one of your friends from Florida to me. Death and taxes.
Sounds like Jimmy.
Yeah, and Jimmy from Florida. However, time stops for no man. Imagine if you could stop the process of aging, or you could stop time so your loved ones would be with you for longer. How incredible would that be?
Yeah, I guess so.
What? You don't want to spend more time with the people you love?
Can I still rob banks if I stop time?
Yeah, of course you can. Stop time
go.
and you go rob In fact, if time has stopped, you're way more elusive because on the speed thing, you can still be seen.
Yeah, true.
You don't care for this conversation anymore, do you?
No, I'm trying. I'm just so deep into the bank robbery scenario in my head right now. So I'm thinking like if I was to pass time.
Would you rob the whole bank or would you just take enough to be inconspicuous?
Man. Yeah, no, I mean, it would be easier for me to not rob the whole bank because then no one's going to be looking for me.
Yeah. Money's heavy in bulk. Not that I'd know, but...
But I would. So it might be easier just to like, take the odd $100.
The odd, no, take a couple mil,
Okay,
live happy. The power's not going
If you
anywhere.
insist.
Okay, yeah, I do insist.
Okay.
And give half to your wonderful podcast co-host. That's what I say. We could do some great marketing with the mill.
Okay. If you had that power, would you tell anyone?
Oh, great question. Yes. I'd tell my fiance and I'd tell my mother. I wouldn't tell my dad. He doesn't need to know. What he doesn't know doesn't hurt him. I wouldn't tell my sister either. Oh, my sister would make a really big deal out of it.
Yeah.
She'd be like, you need to save the world. I'm like, oh, no, son, I don't.
I see. Yeah,
Leave me
yeah,
alone.
yeah.
Just let me stop time.
Yeah.
The minute she thought about it, I'd just stop time. Like, as soon as she starts talking to me about saving the world, I'd stop time, walk out.
Walk out.
Yeah, see you later. Start time. Where's he gone? Nobody knows. Classic. I've got one for you. So, on the topic of sloth, I wanted to ascertain what the slowest thing on Earth is. Do you have any idea what the slowest thing on Earth is?
Is it a sloth? Is it an animal, first of all?
No. A sloth has been compared as the equivalent as Usain Bolt to what this thing is. It's going to blow your mind. I hope it blows your mind. Otherwise, it's a waste of my time and research.
Is it
I see what you did there.
what?
You slothed up.
Oh yeah. Is it tourists in Dubai Mall?
Going to the fountain.
Taking
God,
a
I
sweet
can't.
time.
The one thing that absolutely confuses me about the Dubai Mall fountain are the people who video it. Like, why you video it? You're never ever going to watch that again. I've seen people video the whole thing. When are you ever going to watch it again?
They send it to their WhatsApp family groups. How? Not that I know, because I never did it myself.
Oh my God, you're one of them. Just live in the moment, man.
I mean, yeah, but I want other people to live in the moment with me.
Okay. Shall I give you a clue about the slowest thing on Earth?
Yes. Did you say it was an animal?
I did not. Oh. I did not confirm or deny that. I'll tell you that the slowest thing on Earth is begotten by something that travels 670 million miles an hour. And that's pretty quick.
Is it the 46A Dublin bus?
Or snarf.
Am I right, guys?
Is it the traffic on Sheikh Zayed Road at 6 o'clock?
Traffic. I have no idea at all whatsoever.
Okay, you got to stay with me, and I'm going to have to get
gravity?
my phone for this. Is
it time?
I wish. If only I could turn back time. Right. It is not either. You're in the right realm.
It's definitely not gravity.
You're in the right realm because you're a very intelligent person. It is a sciencey thing, right? Now, it is atoms, right? There are atoms that you can slow down to such an extent, but the only way you can slow them down is by using the fastest thing on Earth, which is a laser. A laser. A laser. Like, laser beams travel at 670 million miles an hour, right? They are faster than... No, that is the speed of light, right? It's the Queen song. There's a song by Queen. Come in, Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I'm gonna make a
supersonic man out of you. I got it.
Don't stop me now. Very good.
I got a lyric.
Very
Episode
good.
5, I
Five
did it.
episodes deep and she got something. Okay, so there are physicians that use lasers to produce something. I think because I'm childish.
Physicians?
Physicians? Did I say physicians?
Physicists.
Physicists.
I'm so.
Is it physicists or
good
physicians?
Today. A physician is.
A physician's a doctor.
Yeah.
Like your dad. A physicist.
Physicist.
Oh my God.
Like Spica from episode 2.
Yay! Big up yourself, Spiker. Okay, so physicists use lasers to. I think this is funny because I'm very childish. They use lasers to produce something called clouds of frigid atoms. Frigid atoms, right? And they're the coldest things on Earth. But how does the coldest thing on Earth become the slowest things on Earth, right? When you cool a bunch of atoms using a laser, believe it or not, it actually cools them. What happens is that these atoms go to below absolute zero, like on the temperature scale, right? Now, what happens there after the coldest possible temperature atoms start to obey something called quantum mechanics. Stay with me here, right? And they behave in surprising ways, subsequently creating the slowest things on Earth. How exactly do lasers chill a cloud of atoms? Well, you shine the laser on the atom, and these atoms become really hot. They become so hot that they start crashing into each other. And the force of these atoms crashing into each other is the equivalent of you trying to run into a brick wall, right? So if you try and run into a brick wall, eventually you're going to slow down, right? Because you're not super strength, right? You're going to crash into it and slow down. Now, when you do that to such a degree, these collisions bring the temperature of the atom down to just a few millionths of a degree above absolute zero. That's 459 degrees below 0 degrees. Absolute zero is minus 459 degrees Fahrenheit, right? Now, that creates them to slow down. Now, you can use electricity like to essentially slow them down even more, but when they all crash into each other, only the slowest atoms, please stay awake, only the slowest atoms
I'm up.
are left behind, and they're below freezing, which means that they move, or no, they are, 1/10 of 1 millionth of a degree above absolute zero. Now, for comparison, as a comparison, these molecules, to get across this room, like they're moving so slowly that one molecule, one teeny tiny little molecule, would take 2 hours to get from me to you, right?
Wow.
When a typical molecule, like the ones in our bodies, right, in our cells, would take a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a second. Like it would be faster than the speed of light, my molecule could get to you right now. But because these things have been crashed into and they've been made so slow by the fastest things on Earth, laser beams, it subsequently creates the slowest things on Earth. The only takeaway you need to know that the fastest thing on Earth creates the slowest thing on Earth. Pretty cool, no?
Yes.
Don't care, do you?
Very interesting. No, you know what? I started getting flashbacks of my college time.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
I studied chemical engineering. And it was the worst thing that ever happened to me.
Wait, you studied chemical engineering?
Just before I studied software engineering, yes.
Who died and made you Spiker? Big up yourself, Spiker. What? No, hold on. Tell me about this. What? Chemical engineering?
Yeah. I mean, I tried. I hated it.
Okay, it must be so. I don't even. I didn't even know what a chemical engineer does.
Oh man, I still don't know. That's not even a joke. Like, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I studied it because I was really good at chemistry and really good at maths. So I thought, put the two together.
Yeah.
That's a chemical engineer.
Okay.
And some of the stuff that we learned in college, like chemical plant stuff.
Okay. And then how long until you quit to be a software engineer?
Well, after, I took some time away, became an English teacher for a while in Saudi Arabia.
Is there anything I know about you? I don't know anything about her.
And then came back to do my software engineering degree afterwards.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay.
Which I loved.
Well,
I loved. Like, software technology for me was like, I was so interested in class all the time.
Right.
That I was like, and this kind of comes into the topic of sloth, because during my first time I was in college for chemical engineering, I was so not interested. It was so hard for me even to get to class, to even get my assignments done, if I did them, and to study all that kind of stuff. But with my software, it was so easy. I was like really interested in doing everything. Sometimes I would stay after class just to start an assignment that was due maybe like weeks later.
Loser.
Like it was just so interesting to me. I remember sitting in class and the teacher was talking, and I turned to my friend next to me and I was like, "Hey, psst, hey." She was like, "What?" I was like, "Is this what college is like?" And she was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, just tell me, is this what college is supposed to be like?"
Okay.
And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "No, I mean, like, was your bachelor's degree like this?" She was like, "Yeah." And I was like, this whole time I could have been in a situation where I wanted to learn what I'm learning.
Oh my gosh.
I never had that ever.
Hindsight is always in 2020 vision.
I didn't know that was education system.
Okay.
It sucks, man.
If you could turn back time, would you?
If I could turn back time,
Are you okay today?
no. if I could turn back time, no, I wouldn't, because let me tell you why. When I was studying chemical engineering, I spent more time. That's where I discovered the drama society,
Okay.
and I spent more time
Dramsac.
in the theater
Right.
than in my lecture theaters.
Okay.
And that's where I am today there, because I am here today because of the drama society.
One theatre or the other at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So look, we just had a quick discussion about how I don't really know you at all, right? I'm going to try and change things up this episode. Do you mind? Do you mind?
Yes.
Right.
I mean, I don't mind. I mean,
Okay, I do. If you do, I'm
such a-
screwed. Yeah.
a difficult question to answer sometimes. But no, I do not mind. Fire away, Freddie. Sunny.
There's the box. It's a staple of every episode.
I love this. It's like getting a present every week.
What's in the box? This is exciting, Sahar.
Very nice
Because
wrapping today.
I know. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We wrap our own boxes each week. We wrap our own boxes each week. So Sahar, in this box,
Can I?
Uh,
You talk.
we're going to make a couple of new friends today.
Oh, no.
We're going to make a couple of
Okay.
new friends. And these guys are going to help me get to know you better. Have a look.
Is it kittens? Because that would be really cruel.
It's as cute as kittens.
Oh! Oh, my God. It's a sloth! It's two sloths!
Sloths in the
Oh my,
box!
sloths in the
box!
They're so cute. This is a blood and this is a creep.
No, they're both,
Sorry, other
they're
way
both
around.
Crips, in fairness.
Yeah.
I'd like you to meet, in your right hand, Bad Sloth, and in your left hand, Good Sloth.
Hello.
Show everyone Good Sloth, Bad Sloth.
Okay.
And we're going to play a game. There's something else in the box, but we'll leave that for later.
Okay.
That's for later.
Okay.
There's something else. Oh no! The Divine Comedy. I forgot to put the Divine Comedy out.
Yeah, the box was really full, heavy. I was wondering why.
Things in the box. Oh my God, Dante, I'm so sorry. Look. They're adorable. Good Sloth, Bad Sloth.
They're so cute.
I'm glad that you like them. Do you want to interact with them? Because there's something I forgot.
Turn around. Every now and then I feel a little bit helpless that I never...
So I feel as though you should... They look so cute with you.
They're so fluffy.
They're adorable.
Sorry, for anyone listening at home, Sunny has just handed me two adorable, fluffy, wuffy, stuffed sloths.
They are
One
very
is wearing
cute.
a blue bandana, and the other is wearing a blue flower on their chest.
You should name them.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll always call them Good Sloth, Bad Sloth, but you should name them.
Okay, easy. So Good Sloth, the one without the bandana,
Yeah.
is obviously Sunny.
Oh, we're gonna go Sunny Sloth, Sahar Sloth.
And no,
Oh, sorry. It's your naming ceremony.
and Bad Sloth is Cloudy.
Well, so it is decreed.
I was gonna call it Zahar, but you guessed it. And then
Yeah, it's very obvious to
the
call them
pride
Sunny
of
Sloth,
knowledge
Sahar. Yeah,
kicked
pride
in.
of knowledge. Very good. Bad Sloth. If you look underneath Bad Sloth,
yes.
he's got something for you.
Okay.
And I thought,
eye tissue mask.
I thought lazy days, given that this is a sloth podcast, lazy days, I just thought it'd be nice to give you a little eye mask as well. For your lazy Sunday. You can put it on now. It's highly unlikely you will.
I can't do that.
yeah.
My makeup will come off.
But that's just a gift from the sloths.
Oh,
for you.
thank you. I love these actually. These are really good masks. But I won't share what the mask is because they don't sponsor us yet.
Yet. L'Oreal don't sponsor us yet.
Garnier. But we'll take either.
Is it Garnier?
Yeah, but we'll take either.
Um,
Okay.
Okay. So why do we have good sloth, bad sloth with us? Let me tell you something. They've got a bunch of questions for you. And I think they're just going to help us to get to know you better. So the questions aren't necessarily based on sloth. They're just like cool questions. And the sloths are going to ask, can I just look at, they are so cute. It is a joke. Look, this is me. Hi. Hello. So cute. Okay, here you go. Here's your sloth back. So what's going to happen is that good sloth and bad sloth are going to tell you or ask you a series of questions. Okay. Now, if you show the camera bad sloth, he's such a bad boy. Look at him with his bandana. And good sloth is so well dressed, and he's. Why are you making him so cute? You should give him some edge. What would bad sloth sound like?
Hey, what's up? Don't hate the player, hate the game. Hey, yo, what's good, mommy? All my friends are jealous, got a lot of envy.
Everything is not exactly what they need. Okay, we have to stop playing with the sloths. Okay, so what will happen is, depending on your choice, good sloth will ask you a question or bad sloth will ask you a question. It will help us to get to know you better. But also, the bad sloth questions are pretty bad. But the good sloth questions, more existential, right?
Okay.
So I will let you decide on what to do. And this will be the crux of our podcast, because I couldn't find too much to talk about the actual sin sloth. So two little sloths are going to tell you. I love that you love them, by the way. She has not stopped playing with them since she's received them.
They're just so soft. I would like to start with good sloth,
Good
i.e.
sloth.
Sunny.
Sunny sloth. So the question good sloth's going to ask you is, what makes you special, Sahar?
What makes me special?
Yeah.
My brain.
Okay.
You
Great.
want more detail? Okay.
Yeah, well, ideally. Ideally.
I think it's my brain. It's very fast
Yes.
at coming up with solutions.
Yes.
And I always think that there's never really a problem that I can't fix, unless it's like physical, but that doesn't need my brain. So that's good.
Good sloth's got a follow-up question then for you.
Yes.
Given your amazing brain power, what would you do, or how would you behave if you were the best in the world at something?
Exactly like I already do, because I'm the funniest in the planet.
Oh, God.
What up? What up? Okay, how would I behave if I was the best at something? Best in the world.
Best in the world at
I'd
something.
probably be really chill.
You'd just be like, I'm the best in the world at it.
Yeah,
I know
exactly.
I am.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
I mean, like, in my head, I'd probably be like, man, I'm the best here. I'm so cool.
Right.
But I probably would never
but
say that out
in
loud.
your head, but that would manifest itself in your behavior at some point.
Of course it would manifest. That's why I'd be the best.
Oh, God damn. You're on sassy mode today, huh? It's the jacket. Okay, good sloth or bad sloth question?
Bad sloth.
Yeah, had to be. It had to be.
Bad sloth.
If you could get away with one murder in your lifetime without any legal, social, or emotional repercussions, would you do it? Would you do it, man? give it a bit.
I miss him.
Would you do that, man? Would you do that? Would you do that,
Would
man?
I do it? No repercussions at all. Like even in
Nothing.
like the afterlife.
I can see why you like playing with these
Right?
sloths,
Isn't
by
it
the
so
way.
soft? Like would I
God.
go to hell?
No, I've said no repercussions.
Oh, would I kill somebody? Yeah, probably.
I lost bad sloth bandana. But you would do
Now
that.
it's good sloth. That's where the powers are.
Oh no, then it is
Would
bad
I
sloth.
do it? You know, I probably wouldn't do it, man.
No?
Like, what would I get out of it?
You'd kill someone that you don't like, maybe.
That's
You could
hard,
kill someone
yeah.
evil.
Yeah, I know, but like, what good would it do? You know what I mean?
Evil person wouldn't be here anymore.
Listen, I always think that it's not up to humans to manage these things. I think that's
Okay.
for the higher power.
Okay.
I don't want to get involved in that kind of stuff. I do think in situations, obviously, there's people that would really harm. You hear so many stories of like people escaping their kidnappers and then murdering them and whatever. And then you'll read the Instagram comments and it's usually me being like, let her go, queen. But so I understand in those kind of contexts, but like, you know, thankfully I'm not in that situation right now and I don't know anyone who is.
Fair enough.
But look, I think you're asking me is murder okay sometimes? And do you know what? Yeah, it is. It is. Screw episode 1, Sahar. It's fine.
I like
Run
it.
it.
Run it. Would you quick death, slow death?
Quick, man. No, I don't want to be watching. Imagine I was like, yeah, I'd kill somebody, and I want to see a slow death.
Yeah.
And then I want to have a little glass like pipette. And I get a drop of their blood, and then I put it into a disc and put it in a box, and then I put the box in my air conditioner. Dexter Morgan.
Are you okay?
That was Dexter from the TV show Dexter.
I remember that show.
Yes, okay.
Do you remember when Rita died?
Which one's Rita?
Rita was his first wife.
In the same way his mom died.
The Trinity Killer.
The Trinity Killers were so good. That was that Lithgow?
John Lithgow.
Oh, he was
or Lithgow
so
or whatever, yeah.
good.
Wow, he was
He
brilliant.
was probably my favorite killer.
He was brilliant.
So good.
The 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Oh, it's crazy.
Brilliant.
Crazy.
For anybody who hasn't watched that season of Dexter, watch it. It was probably the best
I'm
season.
really sorry about
All
the spoiler,
downhill after
but,
that.
I loved it. And it, like
show.
even the new season, I was talking to my friend about this the other day. Like I love the new season
Harrison.
because like the new season that came out on
Yeah,
Prime.
where he's in the forest or whatever.
Yeah, I loved it, and not. If I had watched all of Dexter and then watched the new season immediately afterwards, I probably wouldn't have liked it. But I loved it so much because it was like after years of not having Dexter, it was like
Correct.
having Dexter.
The
again
original ending
felt
was so
good.
bad, though.
I actually loved it.
Oh.
Yeah.
He fell in love with his sister and stuff like that.
I hated that arc.
You didn't love it all
No,
then.
but that wasn't the ending. But like, why did he fall in love with his sister? Why did she fall in love with him? That's not
Stupid.
okay.
Stupid.
It's not okay.
Stupid. Bad, probably doing the writer's strike.
Bad Dexter. Bad Dexter.
Bad Sloth.
Oh, do you know what's really funny? Because
What you gonna do when we come for you? Bad Sloth, what you gonna do?
what you gonna do when they come for
Oh, good Sloth. You're so cute.
Bad Sloth.
Do you want another good Sloth question or bad Sloth question?
What do you think, Good Sloth? Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, Good Sloth.
Good Sloth question. What's more important, the means or the ends?
The means or the ends? I hate this, but the means.
The means are, yeah, I agree.
I hate that.
I agree. Sad, isn't it?
Yeah.
But sometimes you gotta swallow your pride. All my friends are jealous.
Yeah. Or get up off the couch.
Get up off the crouch. The Peter Crouch. You get up off the couch and you gotta just get on with it.
Yeah.
Right?
I hate that.
I'm
But that's
sorry.
life, you know?
Bad
Sloth, let's go.
Sloth.
Okay.
Yo, I got a question for you, mine.
Okay. Bad Sloth says, oh, this is horrendous. If it meant you could solve all of the world's issues, debt, poverty, hunger, war, bigotry, would you spend the rest of your life in purgatory or hell?
Yes. No. Maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? No, I'm joking.
Damn, man. What, man? What's going on, man?
That's such a tough question. But also, I feel like I'm finding a loophole in the question because you said at the end of my life. So I could just spend the end of my life.
No, I said the rest of your
The
life.
rest of my life.
I mean, but
I said the rest of your life, man.
The rest of my life
Yeah.
in hell instead of eternity. So I could be spending less time in hell.
okay.
A loophole.
Hey, I'm gonna change your question up, man.
Bad Sloth says, if it meant you would spend if it meant that you could solve all of the world's issues, hunger, debt, poverty, badness, all of those things, would you send a member of your family to hell?
No, that seems like a trick. Because
Devil plays tricks.
Again, I don't think that it's a human decision to make.
Right.
who goes to hell and who goes to heaven. That's actually one of the things that annoys me about humans, that they think, oh, you're not doing this, so you're going to hell. How do you know? Who told you?
For anyone just listening, Sahar is literally, she cannot stop playing with these sloths. It's absolutely ridiculous, and she keeps on mimicking the actions. Although having said that, ever since I've had bad sloth in my hands, which I have for the last 10 minutes, it's very difficult to stop playing with bad sloth.
Dancing slow.
They're moving a bit too quick. Children.
So stupid.
Children.
Okay.
So dumb. Another question? Good sloth, bad sloth? Oh, no, you didn't answer. You did answer.
Yeah, next question.
Okay, brilliant. Good
Good.
sloth. Good. Good sloth says, what do you think your purpose is in life, Sahar?
Man, that's so hard. I listen to, it's every time when you ask me a question I don't know the answer to, I always go, man, oh man, I don't know, man.
That's so hard, man.
I listen to the Jay Shetty podcast a lot, which is called On Purpose.
Okay.
And I still haven't found my purpose.
Okay. Do you believe you have one?
I believe everybody has one.
I don't. I don't believe that at all. Shock. I disagree with you again. I think there are some people who are on this earth by sheer luck, and they're not going to make a difference to the world. They are born, they do their thing, they live, they die. No purpose.
Okay, there's two things there. First one is that one can say that everyone can have a purpose,
Right.
right? The second one is the concept of the butterfly effect,
Go on, explain.
which I'm hoping this is the right one. But,
Yeah.
But it's like it's usually used in the context of time travel.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Right.
go back in time, you change one little thing,
It
and that could
affects
change the rest
other
of
things.
existence.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, okay, let me give you a weird example. Like last year, I saw this musical called The Addams Family.
Yeah. Based on the hot.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. And
Da-da-da-da.
they had in the lobby of the musical, they had a coffin
Okay.
where you can take photos. Like they had a little photo shoot for like the audience
Okay.
members. It was really cool.
Cool.
And then on this, a few days later, there's this trend, a year later even, there's this trend on Instagram going around being like, where were you this time last year?
Right.
So I looked at my photos to see where I was this time last year.
Right.
And I was at the Addams Family and I saw the coffin. Later that day, I was filming I was working on a music video with a friend of mine, and everybody was like, man, we really need a coffin. I don't know where to get one. And that, I saw the photo, because I saw the photo on my phone that
Right.
day, I was like, wait, I know someone who has a coffin. And
Oh,
then
okay.
I sent them number, they called the dude and he brought the coffin in. And I was like, that's so wild, because I would have completely forgot about that coffin if I didn't see that Instagram trend that somebody started at home. And that's such a small example.
Yeah.
It's the one
It's
that
a
I
good
remember
example.
most recently. But there's these things that can affect everybody, you know? There's a guy who has this Instagram account and he usually goes around asking people for help.
Right.
He'll say like, can I have a dollar to buy some food? And then someone will give him $1 and then he'll be like, I want to give you this $1 back.
And then give some
Like $1,000 or whatever,
Oh, that's
right?
good.
In one of the reels, and I know people have kind of their own comments about like that, helping people in
Yeah.
public with cameras and whatnot. And my take on that is that like, listen, he's still helping people. And as long as he is genuinely trying to help people, like the camera is just really getting, and the great thing about the camera is that it gets the word out there. He usually starts GoFundMe accounts for these people.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So it really does make it like, obviously everyone's gonna be like, oh my God, you're such a good person. And
Okay.
there's always that aspect of like that influence
That's
in
a
your
man.
life.
That's
I
a man
really
who
think he's-
discovered his purpose, because he
I-
wouldn't have been doing that
yeah.
his entire life.
But in one of his videos, there was a guy standing on the bridge.
What?
he was-
Oh, about to jump.
I don't think he was about to jump, but he was definitely like contemplating. It looked serious.
Whoa.
And
Big up
he-
that guy. What's his name?
I don't remember.
Oh, we'll find out.
He looks out he goes up to the guy and he just talks to him and he gives him like $500 or whatever. And the
Damn.
guy was like, you have no idea what you just did for me. Because he was like, "What's up?" And he was like, nothing, man. Just watch the news later."
Okay.
And then he gave him money, and he was like, "Man, you've no idea what you've done for me. Like, you don't even have to watch the news anymore." But it's like that step of like a couple of years ago, that dude just decided to start an Instagram account. Maybe he saw another Instagram account.
Right.
That maybe somebody told him to do it. Little things can affect other things in a big way. I can like listen to a Jay Shetty episode, learn a really good lesson, say it to somebody on a bus. There could be somebody behind me who's struggling, listening to that and being like, "Wow, that's a sign."
That's the domino effect, not the butterfly effect.
Yeah,
right?
I guess so.
But that's amazing.
I really think that everything that we do is, we're all connected in some way. There's like a map somewhere, not a physical map, but you could probably map everything, and there is, you'll find a reason for everybody's existence because we're all connected to something big happening for somebody else or for the world.
Wait a minute then. So you say existence, but what's the difference between living and existence?
But what I'm saying is that even if you were just existing,
Right.
you could have an impact on someone that you don't even know about.
Bad Sloth agrees.
You know?
I think that's a really incredible outlook. And I suppose at the top of this, the aim was to get to know you better. That's a really interesting outlook. I've got another question for you. I just thought of this now. Do you think one lifetime's enough?
Yeah.
It has to be, right?
Yeah.
But is it enough?
Yeah.
I think the opposite.
What do you mean? Why?
Because I feel as if I went back in time and watched everything that I've done in my lifetime to date, I would want to do things a lot differently. I don't think I didn't. Would you, if you rewound your life and watched it, would you enjoy what you saw?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Which means if I could live another lifetime, I'd live it better.
Yeah. There's. I don't know if we want to get into religion and whatnot. There is.
Oh no, I don't mean it from a religious way.
A belief in Islam that most likely if you are sent back, you'll probably make all the same mistakes again.
Oh, that's interesting. So I say we, in our culture, the Hindu culture, we have a really interesting one. It's you have to shave a baby's head at some point, right? And the reason is we believe in reincarnation, right? I say we, the royal we. And the thing is that when you shave the head, that's the only thing left from the past life. So you get rid of everything from the past life, and that's why it's such a big deal when you cut a kid's hair for the first time. It's like a very big occasion.
Yeah.
My second nephew, one of the loves of my life, he had the most gorgeous locks of hair because we couldn't get him a haircut during lockdown, and he had hair like beyond his shoulders. He looked like the most beautiful little girl. And was like, "Don't cut it." I cried when we cut the hair. I flew back to the UK for this haircut ceremony.
Yeah.
I cried my eyes out when they cut his hair. He didn't care. So afterwards, he was like, "I'm not bothered. Why are you so bothered, bro?" And I was like, "Oh, all right." It's a very classic Max. Very classic Max. Should we do one more bad sloth question or one more good sloth question?
I can't remember which ones were better.
I mean, they've been interesting.
Let's do bad sloth.
One more bad sloth.
See my bad side
Okay.
now.
Would you rather be dirt? This is kind of mixing all the.
Were you gonna say dirty?
Would you be dirt? No, dirty. No, it's mixing up all the sins. Would you rather be dirt poor and emotionally fulfilled, or be rich beyond measure but emotionally unfulfilled?
I'd rather be rich beyond measure and emotionally unfulfilled. Like right now, I'm not like completely emotionally I'm not completely emotionally fulfilled. And it's not that bad.
I feel as though that's the perfect point to end this week's episode. Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of All My Friends Are Jealous. It's been Sloth. We've been here with Bad Sloth.
And good sloth.
I've been Sunny.
And I've been Sahar.
Stay tuned for another episode of All My Friends Are Jealous.
Bye.
Bye.